Good morning. Today we're going to be checking in on XRP, some liquidity, and the Sigma coin. All right, so zooming in here on our XRP from yesterday. So I had a thought that we were going to be doing a ABC correction, with this being our ending up being our C leg here, where we're going to have a certain level of moving up to, and then kind of rolling over for one more kind of fifth being finished here, rather than this kind of truncated one where it was kind of hard to see the final fifth wave. But instead, this ended up being our entire wave 2 here. So that's perfect, because we had our wave 1, and then this all together is the wave 2 for an ABC. So this fifth wave that I saw going into yesterday was accurate, but what I failed to recognize was that we had the 5 waves here, and then the ABC up, and then the shorted truncated fifth wave here. So but now we're moving through our wave 3. So next, kind of some breakdowns of what wave 3s look like. We generally, for our wave 1, wave 2 measurement, tend to hit the 1618 of the wave 3, the measurement of wave 1 and wave 2 for the wave 3. So we have an equal measured area where we would likely see resistance, and a potential breakdown is right here if this is a larger ABC. Additionally, from our capitulation event, we have a positive 1 deviation that we're also finding resistance against, all in the same area here. So if we start losing this level and we start really back testing below this 886 level, then it's expected that we'll continue to go lower and do that one last sweep. But because of the way the structure looks right now, I'm not thinking that that's very likely to happen. So I found our fractal that we've been using from the past to kind of compare and contrast for this wave 1, wave 2. So here's XRP off the lows back in June of this year, and we finished our ABC completion, which was a larger WXY breakdown, and that WXY leg finished, and we started moving out of this area here impulsively. And so note that our wave 1 and wave 2 completion came back down into the same supply area, and here's your same supply area as we break down. Then from there we had our ABC, and then from that larger ABC completion, we ended up having a resistance area right here at the equal measured move for this breakdown. And so this checks and aligns with what we're currently experiencing with the same equal measured move. So from there, we end up actually impulsively breaking out and hitting the 1618, getting us back up into this top of this range area, and then we proceed to chop along the range highs here for a while before capitulating and breaking down for a back test for a larger wave 2 degree of after this wave 1, wave 2. So the 1618 was extremely crucial for how it was very telling on how it reacted. So our 1618 from this move here takes us up to 277. So the idea being now that we're going to basically move up to the 277 region and then chop around. Now note we have this giant box shown here of supply, and this is the same box of supply that we had here before the capitulation finishing move, and we got above it and then broke back down into it. So the idea being is that we may actually continue to extend beyond the 1618 and actually exceed outward and upward up to the 2618, which would be extremely aggressive, taking us back into the $3 range. And we may do this with an extremely parabolic candle, which would then give us the backtest ability to come back into the range and find supply before heading out for a larger ABC and so on and so forth. So that's basically how I'm watching XRP at this point. So we are long, we are moving upward, and that's the intention as long as we continue to maintain this area. And the fact that we had the same kind of corrective structure in the area here that we do right on top of that range is perfect, because it's the same spot here where we had to fight a little bit and then we were able to blast through. So yeah, we've got another opportunity to come back in lower. So for now, long is the way. And then liquidity wise, this checks with our liquidity, because you can see we have liquidity all the way up into the 3s here, even to the 3, technically up to the 331, which the 331 would actually, oh, sorry, let's go to the correct one. 324, I'm sorry, to 331 region would take us right up in here to the 2618. So I'm thinking this might be a massive short squeeze that just takes us right up into this region. Then we have the back test, and then we can get out of here. So yeah, so that's basically my thoughts at this point in time. And we're just kind of grinding through this region, again, very similar to how we are right here. So now with that, we have Sigma coin. And so Sigma's been working on its corrective structure as well, and it's now continually setting higher lows and higher highs. So as that loads here, we'll jump over. There we go. Perfect. So with Sigma, we've got a continuation and a 5% move to the upside for today. And we can see that we're already kind of working off of this higher low, and we got back into the wedge, back tested, and bounced right out of it. So I'm expecting Sigma to start moving higher up into the price range here as XRP continues to outperform the overall market. One more quick reminder, XRP historically in its wave threes has tended to be one of the first movers. So we'll see if it can maintain that percentage play out here for the overall market. So hopefully that was helpful this morning, and we'll check in tomorrow.